Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is July 17, 2021. I want to talk about heavily short stocks and how to benefit from them. So we will look at major news on heavily short stocks, insider buys and sells, institutional buys and sells, and also 100 heavily short stocks. And we'll look at one stock in a little more detail. In this case, it will be Latch, top short stock. So with that, let's get started. First, let's look at 20 heavily short stocks. As you can see here, we got Latch.com on the top here. Price is $11. It's a very cheap stock, as you can see here, and very high short ratio, 51%. Then you got MRIN Software. It's a very heavily short stock, goes up and down heavily, 45% short ratio. And we got Meta and SOFI and so on and so forth. So we'll look at many of these stocks in a little more detail and see what can you do with these stocks and how to benefit from them. First, we'll jump into headline news here. July 17th, basically these are 10 heavily shorted stocks, and looks like Wall Street Bets is looking at these stocks now. We got GameStop, Alibaba, Virgin Galactic, MAIS, and so on and so forth. It's good to keep track of these stocks and see what they're doing and should we buy them now. And we got here Ironwood Pharmaceuticals, IRWD. Folks are wondering, is it a good stock to buy now? I think it's a good pharmaceutical company. You should buy it when it's down. And then you got here BNGO and NVTA, Opco Health. These stocks came down so drastically. It's good to look at some of these stocks when they're down and buy when they're down versus chasing them. We got three best performing small cap oil stocks. We got REI, Torch, OIS. We should look at some of these stocks typically when they're down. And oil is having good time now with all the OPEC and all the issues around the oil. I think it's good to buy some of them when they're down. And three high growth stocks, as you can see here, are NLX, Fastly, Evercoat. It's good to look at some of these stocks also and buy them when they're down. And we got here some of the gene editing stocks. They're down heavily. I think 2 weeks ago they did very well. Now all the CRISPR technology, and it's a little bit worn off right now. That's why stocks like CRISPR, Editas, Beam, they all dropped off. I think it's good to pick some of these stocks up. I love all these stocks: CRISPR, Editas, even Beam. Then we got here July 9th, Rockstar Growth Stock, ZGNX. It's good to buy this stock also when it's down. Right now it's down. It's good to pick some up also. We got some more here. Mimi stock, SoFi, isn't going anywhere. It's been stuck there for a long time. It's our opportunity to buy slowly and build a nice position here when it's down like this. And Blink Alternate Energy, it's been down of late. It's good to accumulate some Blink also at this time. And then you got some cheap consumer goods stocks like TTCF, Tattooed Chef, and NLS. It's good to buy because they're down of late. Good value at this time. And we got strong sells for this report here. We got Best, MFGP, JRSH, and so on and so forth. We got to take a look at this and see. It's a rated strong sell by Jack or Zach. Is it good to buy some of these on this downturn? Then we got here Petco Health, WOOF. Stock has been down for a long time. It may be okay to buy a little bit and slowly accumulate. Then we got some of our favorite Bitcoin stocks and crypto stocks like Marathon, and even I like other stocks like BTBT and also the Riot blockchain. We should look at some of these stocks when they're down, especially crypto is down drastically and the chart is really ugly right now. Probably it's good to buy some and hold for a long time. And then you got here good RX. It's not showing any good chart at this point. it may be okay to buy some good RX and hold for a while. With that, let's jump in here and look at insider buys. Typically, when an insider of a company buys their own stock, that tells you something about the stock. Insiders are having a confidence on this stock might go up. So in this chart, we got about 25 stocks where insiders are buying heavily. As you can see here, you got DBI, designer brands, 179% insider trading. Insiders are buying at this point. And then you can see here IRWD, OPCO, everywhere these insiders are buying these stocks. Especially you should look at where insider buying is more than 10%, at least up to ADVM. And also look at some stocks like DBI. Right now it's got a quarter over quarter growth 46%. That's a good sign. And as you scan through here, it also has a nice insider buying. That's also great. It's got a gross margin which is positive 23%. So if you look through this year, there is a quarter over quarter growth 46%, nice gross margin 23%. That makes it a rule of 40, gross margin plus quarter over quarter growth. That's more than 40%. That typically puts into a buy category. And if you look at how the stock has been doing off late, it's down for 3 months, down for 1 month, down for 1 week, down for 1 day, and up nicely for 6 months and 1 year. It's down 30% from 52-week high. I would buy some DBI at this time, given it's been down for a while. Insiders are buying it. They're thinking it's a great opportunity. They have confidence. I would buy some DBI along with the insiders. And as you can see here, institutions are also buying, a little bit slowly, but they're also buying. And same story applies for Ionode here, IRWD. Insiders are buying heavily. There is a quarter over quarter growth here. There is also 5-year growth here, as you can see here. And nice gross margin, 100%, as you can see here. And RSI is a little higher here, 54, not too bad. It's been up for a little bit, as you can see here. But I would buy, with this right now for 1 day it's down. As you scan through here, you should always look at the quarterly growth and 5-year growth. Also look at the gross margin. That tells you how the company is doing. And also you can look at debt to equity ratio. If the debt to equity ratio is high, more than 1 especially, or even more than 0.5, that's where I have turned the cells into red here. For example, DBI, they got a lot of debt here. They got to use the debt carefully. They're over levering at this time. You got to look at those carefully. And same is the story in some situations like Geo and Harley Davidson, and one more here, GCI Gannett. So as you scan through here, I highlighted few stocks here. Fastly, one of my favorite stock here. As you can see here, nice quarter over quarter growth for Fastly, and they got institutions owning it, 69%. And as you scan through your RSI is low, tells you can enter and buy at this time. And they do have some debt to equity, a little high but manageable. And nice gross margin, 58%. And they've been up for 1 day. That tells you it's down for a while. Now there is an uptick. So that tells you, hey, it's okay to jump in now. At least there is some stability at this point. It's in 1 day, but still it's up for 1 day. So that tells you after it's down for a while, now it's showing some positive strength. As you scan through your Editas, one of my favorite stocks, I like to accumulate this on the, when it's down. Right now, as you can see here, nice sales growth, 123% for 5 years, 14% quarter over quarter, and nice institution ownership here. Insiders are buying it. And also scan through here, nice gross margin. Gross margin right now, Editas is not showing any. But as you can see here, stock is down 58% for the year, and it's been at least showing some strength on Friday. And even ZGNX, I would buy some nice quarter over quarter growth. And as you scan through here, a nice gross margin, and it's been down all along. I would buy some. And as you scan through here, I got Continental here. It's one of the good oil and energy stock. It's as you can see here down for one day, 1 week, and so on and so forth, out by some continental with this downturn. And then as you scan through here, I got SFT here, shift. It's okay to buy some shift also. It's trying to show some strength of late. It's okay to buy some. And also even Mankind for that matter, good one. And I also like support.com. So these are some of the stocks that I like to buy, heavily shorted. Any good news, these stocks can go up. And from a methodology perspective, keep looking at how it has done from a sales growth perspective. And if it is a positive sales growth, fundamentally it's good. And also look at the gross margin. Anytime you see gross margin positive in green category, and quarter over quarter growth is also in green, that means you can buy some. And typically when you are buying the heavily short stock, make sure stock is down for at least last couple of weeks, and it's showing some strength in one day, or even a little bit in 1 week also. So that tells you after stock has been down drastically, it's showing some improvements in a shorter term 1 day 1 week time frame. So with that, let's jump in here. Let's look at insider selling. So here I got a lot of these stocks, as you can see here. Academy, sports here, very high insider selling. And MAC here, same story. Petco. As you look through here, insider selling, also look at institution selling or institution buying. Here with the Academy here, ASO, insiders are selling heavily and institutions are buying, little bit, not too much, 1%. So in some cases like this, it may be okay, for an insider to sell, no big deal. If the stock is down drastically like here, as you can see here, it may be okay to buy some, buy some of this company. Especially as we look through here, nice volume as we see here, and it's got a positive sales growth and nice gross margin. So the moment you see there is a nice quarter over quarter growth, also here past 5 year growth is also positive, and nice gross margin. These are the candidates, you can buy them on this heavily shorted and in this down tick. And then we got a couple more here. You can apply same methodology. Even MAC, it's okay to buy some at this time. As we see here, sales growth is negative. It's got a positive gross margin. Stock has been down. It's okay to buy when it's down. Don't buy a lot at a time, but buy slowly. I've highlighted one more here, Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's company. He finally went to space and beat Jeff Bezos in it. And as you see, his stock has been falling off because the company is selling some more shares. That's why stock has been down, as you can see here, for a month, week, and even 1 day. I think it's okay to buy slowly, Virgin Galactic at this time and accumulate. Then we got some more here as you scan through. I also love lemonade here, as you see here, one of my favorite companies. I would buy some lemonade into this weakness. And also you can see here we got a couple more stocks here. It's okay to buy even Coupa. I like Coupa Software, $217. It's been down off late. Generally, it's a good stock. I would buy on this weakness. Right now, Coupa RSI is 31, tells you stock is oversold. Even Oxygen has been up nicely. I would not buy at this time, but this stock goes up and down a lot. And I also like Shift 4, which is FOUR. It's a fintech play here. Stock has been down, as you can see here, of late. RSI is 41. It's okay to buy some, Shift 4 also at this time. Let's go into next slide here and look at institution buying. Anytime you see institutions buying, that's a great sign. Institutions are having confidence on this stock. So we got many of these stocks here. I highlighted few stocks that you might want to look at. You can also look at other stocks as usual. First one is Latch. Latch is a little bit newer company here. They just IPO'd a couple months ago. As you see here, they got a high valuation at this time by looking at this PS, price to sales ratio, and institutions are owning 32%. They're buying more. Even insiders are buying, as you can see, at 7%. I think it's good to buy, as more and more people want some of these security features in their apartments and houses, this company will do well. Then we got VXRT and SENS. As you can see here, stock has been improving in 1 day time frame, but down for 1 week, 1 month. I think it's okay to buy some of these companies. RSI is low, as you can see here. Then we got Solo here, one of the stocks in the EV category, $3.56 stock. Nice quarter-over-quarter growth. And as you scan through here, they've been down for 1 week, 1 month, so on and so forth, showing some strength in 1 day, which is last Friday. And then we got American Well, AMWL, $10 stock, as you can see here, and stock has been falling off and showing some strength on Friday. I would pick some of this stock also. And I also like a couple more here as you scan through here. I like stocks like LAZR. I would buy some into this weakness. And also IDEX is also a good stock. And I would buy some of these, even SOFI. SOFI has been down so much. You could buy some SOFI and Blink too. Next, we look at institutions selling. So you got to watch out when big institutions are selling. That will cause some downward pressure on the stock. So here you got stocks which have got heavy institutions selling. First one is Leslie's, $24 stock. Institutions have been selling 55%. Insiders also selling, as you can see here. That's why company is down, like 1 day, 1 week, all the way down. RSI is low, tells you it's okay to buy at this time. Stock is oversold. Quarter over quarter, there is a sales growth here. That tells you, hey, you know what? There is a nice growth here. That's a good story. And as you scan through here, insiders own 25%, and RSI is 38. I would buy some of these Leslie's in this downturn and hold for a while. CCXI, chemocentric, it's again a great cancer cure type stock here. Stock was down drastically. I think it made a nice comeback here. Right now it's thinking where to go. Institutions are selling. Insiders are also selling. So I would wait a little bit here. Right now RSI is 56. I would like this to come down a little bit. I would gradually buy this company at this point. And buy as it comes down. It always gives a good opportunity and bounces back. Then we got here Desktop Metal. I like this company also. 3D printing play. Right now, heavy from a valuation perspective, high valuation here, price to sales ratio. Nice quarter over quarter growth, as you can see here. And institutions are selling it 7%, not too much. And stock has been down all along. I would buy some Desktop Metal into this weakness. And Maxar, everybody wants to go to space. This company is a very good company when it comes to space. I would buy some Maxar into this weakness. And it's showing some strength in 1 day. I would buy some Maxar. And then I also like Huya, IIVI, Nova, and some more here, MUIS, Right Aid into this weakness. I would buy some of these companies and hold for a while. Next, this is the list of heavily shorted stocks. So far we looked at insider buys and sells, institutions buys and sells. From now on, these are the 100 heavily shorted stocks. So the way it's organized is I got the company at the top here, Latch.com, very heavily shorted, 51%. And from here, it's a descending order, as you can see here. Next stock here, MRIN Software, famous meme stock, 45%. So the way it's organized is really the stock that is heavily shorted on the top, and then it's descending order. So as you see here, I highlighted a few companies here. You could also, apply same methodology and buy other companies too. I love Latch.com here, $11 stock, down drastically 16% here. They got institutions buying heavily, as you can see here, 138%. It tells you institutions are really scooping up at this time. They want to hold a nice position at this point, which is always good. RSI is low, tells you it's okay to buy at this time, a good entry point, and institutions own 32% of the company. That's also a good indication here. And then you got MRIN Software. Stock has been down for 2 weeks, 1 week, even 1 day. and RSI is 48. That tells you it may be okay to buy a little bit into this weakness. This is a very heavily shorted stock. Mimi stock goes up and down wildly. If you can take the heat, I would buy some into this weakness, and don't buy a lot. Accumulate slowly, buy some into weakness, into the strength. You can sell some. I also love metal. Stock has been down of late. I would buy slowly. It's not too expensive stock, but stocks like Meta, you gotta be a trader to buy this. You can't just buy and hold it. As you can see here, there is no positive sales. There is no sales growth here. That's why stocks like Meta, you gotta be quick. You gotta get in, get out slowly, and take advantage. And as you scan through here, I have highlighted here Yala and Sense. These two also down. I think it's showing some strength in the near term, as you can see here, but down for in the longer term. I would buy some of these stock also here. Given the RSI is 40 and 39, tells you it's okay to enter at this time. And as you scan through here, I also like RIOT blockchain here, like WOOF. Even Clover, as you see here, it's been down a lot. It's also one of the favorite stock when it comes to Mimi. And I also like Lee. Lee is doing great things in China in the EV market, electric vehicle market. Stock has been down of late. I would buy some Lee Auto also into this weakness. And same story with the Blink and Workhors. Next, we look at one more page here. I have highlighted a few stocks here: Clovius, HRTX, Ocugen, and even GoodRx. It's down a lot of late. Nice, as you can see here, they got a good gross margin, 94%. That's a good one. Right now, I think they have good sales, 578 million, which is okay. So as you scan through this, I got Huya here. I think it's a good Chinese company. Chinese stocks have been down of late. Maybe there's a valuation resets for some of these stocks, especially Chinese stocks here. I would buy some of these Chinese stocks into this weakness slowly. Then I have highlighted eHang. Again, it's a great stock, has been up and down a lot of late. $28 stocks. I would buy some eHang into this weakness. They're into aviation. They got some of these unmanned planes. I think they will do well. And then we got Inseego and CVM. Inseego, I think it's going up and down, as you can see here, $8.45. RSI is 30. It's oversold at this time. I would buy some Inseego here and hold for a while. Even CVM, it's okay to buy some. There is no sales, as you can see here, but it's okay to buy into this weakness. It's showing some strength in one day, as you can see here. And same story with the SFT here, Shift, and even Vibo has been turning around of late. I would wait for Vibo, especially because RSI is 85. I would wait for it to cool off a little bit. I would not buy at this time. And we'll go to next page here. We got a few more stocks here. I like Frisker, Wayfair, even VXRT at this time. Pay close attention to RSI here. They're down, as you can see here. Anything below 50 that tells you stock is oversold at this time, it's okay to buy. And as you see here, VXRT is showing some strength in one day. It's been down all along. And then you got Fastly, one of my favorite stocks here, into content delivery, and the stock has been down, showing some strength of improvement in one day. I would buy some Fastly here. And same is the story with the Solo, MUIS, Nvita, Skills, and Marathon. I would buy some into this weakness. Even Chris, I like Curis also here. I would buy some Curis also into this weakness. And next we'll look at one more page here. I've highlighted few stocks here: Beyond Meat, SunPower. As you can see, a stock have been falling off of late. Both have got, as you see here, nice gross margin and also sales growth. Right now, we don't have too much sales growth, especially for SunPower. In the quarter over quarter, it's okay, it's positive. And then you got Real, again a great company, down off late. I would buy some into this weakness. Sunrun, Virgin Galactic, IIVI, good fintech play. even Arrival, good EV play out by some of these into this weakness. So we'll look at one company in a little more detail. It's a Latch.com. They make better space to live, work, and visit through system software. I think it's a great play, especially, people want to look at the apartments, look at the houses through this software-driven digital way. I think this company is in a good position there. As you see here from a upgrade downgrade perspective, we got three analysts have initiated the stock here, and outperform rating, overweight, neutral. Right now they're saying $19 here on July 1st. So stock is $11. I would think it'll really go up. It's a newer company. And folks are wondering here, June 13th, why Latch could be in every apartment within 10 years. So as Latch makes into every apartment, or even most of the apartments, stock should have a nice growth. Folks are saying, hey, it's just getting started. I think there is some good vibe here. I would buy some Latch. It's an early stage, company just started a while ago, still a young company. I would buy some Latch. Price is $11, and they got nice institution buying. Institutions are scooping up this stock. Stock has been down of late. That's when we have to jump in and buy along with these institutions. As you scan through here, nice trading volume. It's over $1 million shares traded. That's good. They got nice cash. They're not going to run out of cash. Stock has been down, as you can see here, below 20-day moving average, below 50-day moving average, and they're also below their 120 and 200-day moving average. I would buy some of Latch LTCH into this weakness along with the institutions and hold it for a long time. So with that, we will look at a technical analysis of Latch here. As you see here, Latch, it's a 1 year, 1 day chart. Stock, as you see here, started somewhere, in June time frame. As you see here, it's has not done much. Came down, went up. Now it's kind of coming down. This is when we can slowly buy into this weakness and hold for a while. Right now, IV percentile is high at this time. Even if you're a premium seller, you could sell some put option below the current stock price and earn some premium. But I love to buy stocks with a low price. Just buy outright in a low quantity and hold for a while. From a implied vol perspective, implied volatility, as we see here, is dropping, but still IV percentile is high. From a DMI perspective, there is nothing much. We don't have too much data here. Volume on the balance volume is pretty okay. It's trying to stabilize here. Check in money flow. Money is flowing out of the stock at this time. I think normally when this happens, you could buy some stock, especially because institutions are buying this company. So with that, this is some quick cheat sheet for you to really understand how to trade heavily shorted stocks. I will look for shares that are heavily oversold, for example, RSI less than 50. And if they're showing some strength in shorter time frames, say 1 week and even 1 day, I would buy some stock. I'll also look for a high short ratio. All the stocks I've shared here, they got short ratio more than 10%. And look for insiders and or institutions buying the stock. That tells you there is some conviction with these insiders and institutions. And look for fundamentally good companies. If you can't just sit and watch the screen, normally it's a good idea to buy some of these fundamentally good companies with positive sales growth and gross margin. So you can really buy them in peace and buy them slowly, especially high short ratio. Any good news, they can go up. And normally look for some of the secular growers like secular growth biotech stocks, secular growth technology stocks. They're down big, but there's a high short ratio. You could buy some of those stocks due to this bad downturn and high short ratio. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.